Hey, and welcome to the pod of Born to Be a Star. I was trying to make it a little scary, like, are we really ready for fall to come? That is the light of the messaging on today's pod. But Stranger Things is one of the best shows that ever exist ever, and if you haven't watched it on Netflix, you need to. I've only watched it one time to the current season, and I can't wait to the next one. And I'm going to flip the fuck out if they really try to end it. So I'm going to go on their shit and tell them not to end it. They're probably going to ignore me, but I'm still going to try. I could tell you that from me to you. Anyways, did you know that you are a star wherever you are? Did you know that if you put your mind to something, you can achieve anything you put your mind to? Did you know that? Did you know that you should never give up, and you should listen to the mantra of John Cena, and that yes, you can get that job you've always wanted. Yes, you can fall in love. Yes, you can get married. Yes, you can have kids. Even if you can't have kids, you can still adopt kids, or you can have someone else have the child for you. There's always a way, and there's always a will, and faith can get you through anything. So don't let anything stop you. Always be looking forward. That's the trick of life. If you're always looking ahead, you won't be surprised about things. If you're always looking ahead, things just will happen naturally the way they're supposed to. You're in control of your destiny. So I encourage you, think bright, feel light, and live right. Welcome to your life. Anyways, you are a star wherever you are, regardless of where you live in the big world we live in, or if you live outside of this world and you're listening to this podcast on another frequency and you're an alien. Thanks for tuning in, alien, or whoever you are. And let's get to it. Let's get to the favorite part of our podcast. No media allowed, no media allowed, no media allowed, because they lie to us anyway. So the last couple of days we've been talking about the fact that they're trying to nuke over the fact that they raided Donald Trump's home or his estate in Mar-a-Lago, Florida. Merrick Garland needs to be fired, or he needs to resign, because he willingly broke the Constitution, and the stuff that they're saying doesn't add up. Donald Trump definitely declassified that stuff, because why would they have gone to his house in June and not taken it then? That's the part that doesn't make sense. He's not getting locked up. He's going to run for re-election in 2024, and they're scared. This is fear, okay? They're showing themselves. That's what this is. I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of us acting like reality isn't reality, and raid doesn't mean raid, and there's another definition for what the fuck a recession is now. Oh, when you have all these negative things happening at the same time, you have to take into consideration blah, blah, blah. Bitch, it's been 2 years since COVID started. People died. A lot of fucking people, especially in the United States of America. Y'all handled the shit incorrectly. We weren't supposed to be fucking wearing masks, and 6 feet apart doesn't fucking work either, dudes. You got all these fucking people in the United States freaking out about fucking masks, and they don't work. You stop children from going to school. The one thing children need to succeed is education. And it's already fucked up that half the teachers suck at their goddamn job, and the other half is trying to indoctrinate them. So between the fact that half of the teachers aren't good at being teachers, and the other half is trying to indoctrinate children into some sexuality creepy shit, how do we deal with this? Like, as parents, if you have a child, you should be really concerned about who your kid's teacher is, what they're saying to your kid during the day, and what your child is learning. Is your child learning how to read and write? What the fuck are they learning? Okay? That's what I'm saying. I don't know if that's happening. It's definitely not happening where I live, and that's a concern for me. I mean, where I live, you have to live in a certain part of the state to ensure that your child is learning correctly, because if you don't, they're not. That's one thing. The government is lying about all these fucking bills they're passing in the United States. That Climate Act isn't going to work. Guess what, douchebags? China and India aren't going along with your plan here. And if China and India aren't going along with your plan on climate, nothing's happening in the United States. So shut the fuck up. There, I just said it. I'm just over it. I'm over the lying. I'm over you pretending like you're not overtaxing us. I'm over you pretending like you're going to take money and now you're going to give these fucking bum bitches another tax break on taxes they don't pay, and you're going to give them money because they just have kids. Really? So then how does this work with the whole abortion right thing? I have a lot of questions about all that. So that story died off. So now you're focusing on talking about the fact that you're fixing medical coverage. Like, the only people that should be getting some variation of Medicare are retired people. Unless you're retired, I don't know why you're getting that. Why does this country have bum coverage for people that don't have jobs? My parents worked a long time and they paid for medical coverage through their employer. We pay for medical through ours. What the fuck are we talking about? You see my confusion here? I don't understand this party. The person that they have talk, the red witch or whatever you want to call her. I mean, I wasn't calling her that, but the red witch wasn't as bad as this other one. I feel like they only allowed her to do this job because she fit the 3 check marks: black, lesbian, and already worked in some part of the government. Why do you have to be a minority to do these jobs? And then why do you have to be a stupid minority? They couldn't find a smart one? Come on, man. I know we want to pretend like Kamala Harris is black, but she's Indian. And that other fucking bitch from, I can't remember what the fuck it is, pretended like she was Indian and she's white. I mean, what is happening? These people are pretending they're different nationalities so they can get your undivided attention, and they're pretending that there's somebody else so they can convince people to vote for them. It's beyond pathetic. I don't even know what the fuck it is. Just what is happening, man? And how do we deal with this? There's a question. I don't know. There's so many problems here. If we're going to talk about electric cars, which we've done many times on my podcast where I've had a million questions and none of them get answered, let's start. I don't like Priuses. They freak me out. I don't want one. Next, a Tesla costs too much money. I can afford that. Next, what else is there? A Nissan Atria that's starting at $40,000. Do you know what a monthly payment of that is with excellent credit? We're looking at $700 or more. Next, do I want to pay $700 on a car payment when I have to pay student loans? No. And a mortgage? No. Like, come on, man. I got other bills, dude. Like, am I going to pay more money for a car where I can't charge it? Because where I live, there's nowhere to charge electric vehicles. Where am I going to charge a car? And then if I have a house, I have to charge it at home. So I have to pay that electric bill. How's this being solved? You're going to give me a fucking 15% discount? How the fuck is that going to help me? I could understand them trying to implement all this stuff into policy if they actually had a legit plan for it. And I don't want to hear Democrats say this is the biggest legislation that's been passed in years. It's the dumbest legislation that's been passed in years. And the fact that the Republicans allowed this shit, I don't even know what to say. I mean, I guess Republicans really don't get a say because it's a 50-50 Senate because of Kamala Harris. Questionable. This latest legislation isn't going to help anybody with anything. So I'm just going to say that. They have not set up enough electric charging stations anywhere. And I don't want to hear about it. I I'm not getting an electric car. I don't want debt like that. I mean, granted, I need a new car, but it's going to be a gas guzzling car. It's going to be a Volkswagen Tiguan, and I told you I wanted the Volkswagen Tiguan because I like that Tiguan is German, and it's something cool. So I've gone back to that. So we'll see what happens. I don't know, man. Like, we'll see what happens. I just have so many questions about why they pass these things and how the legislation is going to work without giving us higher inflation during a recession. Why would they do that now? I know they were desperate to pass something before November, but I don't think this is going to help the Democrats. Because when people start to look at their paychecks or their salaries, maybe that won't affect me because I get paid salary, but I mean, probably because I'm going to have to pay another fucking tax. Another one. They already added another one in where I live because I live in a Democratic state. So, for the love of God, man, for the love of God, all these damn taxes, man. And I live in a place where people don't have jobs. They don't leave the building I live in. Do you know what that tells me? The people that don't have jobs are likely to have more things than I do. And I work every day. Like, I'm just over it. I'm over all of it. I'm over the lies. I'm over you making up shit. I'm over you turning one person against another and trying to limit our speech and act like we don't have freedom of speech. Like, that's not one of our fucking rights, okay? Stop acting like the Constitution isn't the Constitution of the United States of America. Stop trying to remove the Constitution. Stop trying to re-implement some made-up version of some shit. This is not Canada. Okay? This isn't Norway. Stop trying to make this shit Cuba or like Mexico where people are running around shooting people and like the government gets to just like put other people in jail it disagrees with. That's not the country we live in, but that's the country this is turning into. We need to be scared. I got a little emotional during this conversation yesterday because I'm telling you this stuff and our rights are being removed from us. We're basically living in a communistic country. And our kids are going to have to grow up in whatever's left of this. Please think of that. Please. I don't want my children to be victims of shitty people. And I'm so petrified of that. Because what did our grandparents think we were going to get left with? What did our great-great-great-great-great-grandparents think we were going to get? Did they think we'd be here dealing with this now? Or did they think we'd just be living as Americans? What did they think when they were thinking about things? Did they predict this? I don't know. Moving on to the next part of our conversation. I talked about fall at the beginning of this. I'm not ready for fall. I'm just not ready. I got to put all my sandals away. I got to get ready to just wear regular shoes. And I'm just not ready for it. But I guess let's go. It's been a long summer. It's been hot, but it's starting to get cooler. And you can already tell fall is on its way. Last weekend, it was like cold in the morning on a Saturday, and I was like, man, this feels like fall. And I think it's sneaking up on us faster. I live in New England, so we get seasons, right? You get fall, winter, spring, and summer. And it's nice to have a little difference in the weather, and that's very nice. So we'll see what happens. But fall is coming, and I guess we'll get ready for some s'mores and some fall fun. Some pumpkins, some jack-o'-lanterns, and everything that fall entails, scary movies and everything that comes with it. I'm definitely going to be on a horror, hiatus for the whole month of October. So get ready for that. I'm going to be talking about scary movies every day, man. Every day. You know I like fear and scary and all that stuff. Let's go with the gore. I like all of that stuff. Moving on to the next part of our conversation. It's okay to get rid of what you don't need. We just talked about that yesterday or the day before, getting rid of junk. I really, really, really want to just clean out this apartment we live in and just throw everything out. If we're not going to use it, I'm throwing it out. Granted, I don't want to get rid of things that might be important. I was thinking about keeping our Wii because we might, plug it in or use it. But, I don't know. I don't know. It might be time to let a lot of this stuff just go. Just let it go. Because, are we going to use it like that? I'm not sure. Has talking become a thing of the past? I don't know. The only person I, talk to is, my mom or, people at work. I don't even really talk to my best friend on the phone. I text her, and sometimes she responds back to me, and sometimes she doesn't. I don't know. Talking has become a thing of the past for me. I don't know if, things just changed and things just got different. Talking used to be, cool, and now I guess texting is more cooler. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, next part of our conversation. The limited properties are killing me. I'm tired of this shit. We've been looking for a property forever, and it's just, I don't know what we're going to do. At this point, I'm frustrated because we waited too long to look for a property, and now the fucking interest rate is higher. So, we're not winning in that side of it, but maybe we're winning because we're going to find something that's cheaper. So that part of it is good. Either way, we're losing. So, I don't know. There's a limited amount of properties available, and some of them are ridiculous. But I guess we'll see what happens. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. Moving on to Star Watch. Day Shift. We watched Day Shift on Netflix, and it was pretty good. Had, what's his name? Snoop Dogg was in it, and the other rapper guy was in it, too. I can't remember his damn name, for the love of God. Had a lot of great characters, had a little bit of stars, very entertaining. Netflix has been doing a phenomenal job on movies, so props to them. They've definitely been utilizing what they have at their availability to produce amazing things, and they just got to keep pushing it out. Push out good things, and you'll be fine, Netflix. We hate CNBC News. Oh, my God. So after Mad Money with Jim Cramer, another show comes on after, and I can't, it's something about news. The News with Shepard Smith. I hate that dude, man. All he does is lie, and he makes these faces while he lies. And you know how I feel about media. I don't listen to any of it. I don't even really listen to Fox News. I listen to Tucker Carlson on YouTube. So, I'm not giving them my money just because after watching 200 Mules, I'm not a part of that shit. Done, bro. Legit, they can't be trusted. They're full of the most shit ever. They work with these politicians to fuck us over. They limit what we can put out, and they limit what we can see. I'm good, dude. I don't want to give you my money. But anyways, this fucking annoying guy, he makes these faces when he asks questions, when he has people comes on. His fucking name is Shepard Smith, and I think he came from Fox. Why are people leaving Fox to go to CNBC? It's real pathetic. I'm not feeling it at all. That show sucks. There's a reason why we're boycotting it, because he sucks. What's on Shudder? Haven't checked it out yet, but I really need to. These Hallmark movies are lame as fuck. Some of them are so pathetic. They're trying to hype up their black movies that they have on there, and they look kind of decent. But there's this other one about going on a road trip with two people, and it looks okay, but come on. And that one that they did about the special needs daughter, that was really iffy. Some of these movies, I'm not excited that Hallmark's gonna do from October to February Christmas movies. So for the fall, we gotta be prepared for that. How can you not have streamers? So there's this guy at my job, right? and he says that he canceled Netflix, and he basically watches everything on like Roku TV, and he uses something else. How and why? I don't get it. Maybe it's because we've always had the option of having that, but I cannot see not having Netflix as an option to watch. What are you going to look at? I mean, Peacock's great, and there's the other one that's got Mayor of Easttown. But you have to have like Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus and all these things, so when something comes out, you can just click it and watch it. What are you going to do if you don't have access to it? I'm not seeing that. I mean, to each is their own, but no, I need options. Especially because we give you the review with Skip, and that's a podcast where I have to talk about things. And I also have to talk about things on this podcast with you, and also I enjoy watching things. So I need to have a variety of things to watch. I don't know how this dude does it, but he does, and I don't get it. Figured I'd see what you guys think. I need to have all the streamers because I like to watch a lot of things, and I want options and variety. So sticking with that. Dojorno is questionable. We got this Dojorno pizza out of Big Y, and it looked good, but I was not a fan of it. Skip liked it, but sometimes I feel like he'll eat anything. I'm not into frozen food. Like, I don't like frozen meals like that. So for me, I don't know. I'm not a frozen meal person. Like, if it's there and I have to eat it, I'll eat it. But if I can avoid it, I don't want to eat it. Just why? Like, I don't care. That's just my personal opinion. And who knows, but frozen foods is not a thing for me. It's not. It doesn't have the same taste as fresh food. Updating your fridge, meaning if you want to put cool little containers in there to separate things, I really want to do that. I found some really cool things on Pinterest, and I really want to update my fridge. Part of me doesn't know if I want to wait to updating that fridge till we move out of here and we get a condo or a house or wherever we're moving to next. Part of me wants to just wait to that point and then update it, so I only have to update it one time instead of twice. But we'll see what happens. If I get tired of looking at this fridge, I'll probably end up updating it. Decorating your fridge. There's always stuff on the fridge. I have my calendar with my work schedule on it, so I know what days I'm working or whatever, my shifts at work. And I've got a bunch of other things on the fridge that keep it busy and keep it looking cool. But how do you decorate your fridge? I've never really thought about doing that, but maybe I need to. Wood is everlasting. Like the table we have in the kitchen is wood, and I can't imagine having anything else in the kitchen. Like, granted, at some point we're going to want newer furniture, or probably we'll just bring this table and chair set with us wherever we go, because there's nothing wrong with it, so we might as well just use it. I mean, what's the point of getting rid of something that's not broken? I don't see that. But wood is everlasting. So, like, if you have an office, you want a wood table in the office, and if you have a kitchen, you want a wood table, because you can always use that. You can always find a place to put it. Like, if you have a fixed basement, you can put it in the basement. Why not? Finding good cookware might take time. Like, I like one pan. I like that Celebration. Maybe you'll find another one. You have to take your time with cookware to find things that work for you. But don't spend a lot of money. There's this commercial for these pots on, like, Food Network, and they're like $600. I'm not spending $600 on pans, so pass. I'm also going to tell you, maybe don't get cookware from Walmart, because it's probably not the best stuff to use. So, like, really take your time when you're thinking about this stuff. Anyways, guess what time it is? It's the end of the pod. Thank you for tuning into the Friday pod of Born to Be a Star. Don't forget, you are a star wherever you are. Don't forget, you can clean whenever you want to. Try to find an easier way to eat. And boycott CNBC with me too, because no one wants to watch this annoying guy. that won't shut up. Dude, his name is Shepherd. Like, what kind of name is that? And maybe you'll start watching Shudder too, so we can talk about scary things together. Anyways, thanks for tuning in to the Friday pod of Born to Be a Star. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you same place, same time, right back here on Monday. Bye. Have a great weekend. See you guys later. Don't forget your star wherever you are.